So I had to come to the hub after walking all day, right? Oh, my feet are really sore. I walked about 41,000 steps today, right? What was I doing? I was pilgrimaging in nature, in the woodlands of God's love. I am going to enjoy a delightful tub of Halo Top ice cream. It's chocolate chip cookie though. 370 calories for the whole tub. Excuse me, sir, that's like one of the best things you can have in this world, right? I mean, that's like ice cream, there's nothing better than ice cream in the world. One. Two, you can enjoy the whole tub without shame or guilt, right? I mean, a whole tub of Ben and Jerry's ice cream is like 1,000 calories, right? So that's just insane. This is so nice. This is all I need. See, I don't need a lot. I need a tub of Halo Top ice cream, a warm room, and my feet nice and comfortable in a nice cushy chair. So today, I came to talk about my mum a little bit. Not in a bashful way, not in a rude way, out of love, right? I want to talk about how conditioned she is out of fear and control and just pain inside her because of how she grew up. Now, obviously, you cannot change the circumstances you are born into. You just have to trust God. But after a while, after a certain amount of time, surely deep in yourself, you know that you're not aligned, you're not happy, you work in a job you dislike, your body is not clean, your body is not happy, it's slow, you're tired all the time. Something is wrong, right? Clearly, you need to change. You need to remember who you are inside, right? Back to the roots, back to God Himself. So I went to see my mum today. Not because I originally planned to go and see her, but I was just walking through nature and I randomly stumbled upon an area that is really close to where my parents live. And I naturally had to go to the toilet, I had to pee. Yes, I could be a hermit and pee on a tree like a dog, right? Which is absolutely, there's no shame in that. I would do that, absolutely. But I felt like God was telling me to go to my mum's house, calling me to go back to her, because I was overflowing. I was flooding with love, and He wanted me to remind her that I'm okay, because she worries, and I need to pee anyway. So I go in the courtyard. I notice there's a key inside the lock, because I tried to open it with my key. I have my own key, because despite I don't see them often and I live like alone, I still have a key to their house, right? Which is really good, by the way. I think all parents should do that. They should leave a child a key to their house even if they don't live with them anymore. That is like an ultimate sign of trust. She never asked for it back, so that's always good. I see there's a key in the lock, so I throw a piece of stone through the window. I smile. She comes, looks through the window. I smile. I point downwards for her to open the door. She's like, "Yeah, all right, I'm coming." She opens the door. First thing she says. First thing. Can you guys guess what that's gonna be? Don't throw the rock. You might break the window. Where's the hello? Where's the hug? Hello, my beautiful child. I haven't seen you in however many hours or days. How are you? I'm so excited to see you. Right? Where's the hug? Now, yes, all right, fair enough. She might be upset that I haven't seen her for a while, right? But that's my journey, right? She's my mum. Surely she should know that I'll be okay. So anyway, I just laugh. I knew I didn't want to go in there for a long time, only to see them for a split second, to let them know I'm okay and I actually needed the toilet. So I give her a kiss on the cheek and I say, I just need to pee real quick. I run upstairs, I go pee. I go see if my sister's at home. She's not, she went back to university. So I go in to see my dad. He's on his laptop. Completely like, he loves like learning about like stock, like, like trading and stuff, like trading stocks and stuff. So he's always been onto that. I don't actually think he enjoys it. I think he's doing it more in a sense of, I want to gain money from this, which is why it never really worked for him. Like, he's been really into like learning stock and trade like for years, ever since I've known him, ever since we moved to England, right? Which is years and years. And he never got any money from it, really. I mean, yes, he has some money, like some, but he never really got any money from it. And do you know why that is? Because he didn't look at it from a divine place. He looked at it in a sense of, I want this to help me gain money. Now, that's not going to happen. I mean, God's not going to give you something if you want something out of it, right? If you go into something with the whole purpose and sole purpose, like, I want to gain money from this, it's not going to happen. I don't make these videos to gain money from it. Yes, it would be lovely to have. Yes, it will happen because God will align me to it. But I'm making these videos because I feel free to talk about my thoughts and feelings, and it makes me feel better. And if it makes me feel better and like this, then maybe it'll make someone else feel better and it'll liven or inspire their day. So he's deep in the brain freeze. He's deep in the computer. I respect my dad a lot. I like him a lot. He reminds me of, in Twilight, there's Bella's dad. And as soon as the first Twilight film starts with, it's like, Bella is like describing where she lives and stuff. And she says like she likes her dad, Charlie, because he doesn't stick around or doesn't like linger, right? That's what my dad does. He said hello to me. He said my sister's in uni. I gave him like a handshake, right? And I touched the top of his head. Like this. He has like a bald head. I touched his head. That was like a sort of like a silent, like, I see you. How are you? I give you love, but I'm not gonna ask anything from you. I'll just let you do your own thing. That's the deepest love. I actually love my dad slightly more than my mum. Not because, right now anyway, not because I don't love my mum, but because he lets me be. He trusts me. He trusts me to be myself. So I feel more free with him. I'd rather do things with him, right? Sometimes I go out on bike rides with my dad, right? We don't do anything. We just ride our motorbikes. We don't even talk to each other. But it's like we're there, right? He's there, I'm there. It's like you're in the moment with me, right? I don't want anything from you. You're just sharing this moment with me. But I don't want anything from you. I'm not trying to fix you. You're just in the moment with me. So I go downstairs, I'm leaving. And my mum, like, sitting, bless her heart, sitting on the couch, like this. Just like looking at the floor, like pure sadness and fear in her eyes, and her whole energy. Why? For what? I'm like, smile deeply at her. I didn't come to stay long. I just needed to pee and say hello. She gives me a hug and she's like, why? Stay. Why don't you stay? Why don't you talk to me? I start leaving, grab my bag. She's like, comes out slowly after me, smiles at me in a sort of like a cheeky, fake smile, like, I know what you're doing, I know what you're doing. And then she asks me, what did you smoke today? Where did that come from? What did you smoke today? I said, do you see the fear? I mean, the fear talking, right? So I said, nothing, I haven't smoked in months. She's like, oh, but you took the LSD, right? And she makes me wonder why, like, I like being alone, not just hate against anyone, just like, but she makes me wonder why, why I just enjoy my solitude, just like no fear, master's love. I said no. She asks me, when are you starting your new job? I tell her Friday, I'm leaving, and then I see her worried, I give her a hug, I kiss her, she's like, why can't I talk to you? Why can't I talk to you? I say, see you later, I love you. I start walking away with love, smiling, laughing. So, let's talk about what happened in that entire interaction only with my mum. It starts off the first interaction by the way, so it's quite late, it's like 11 p.m. 11:23. That's actually crazy. That's the same time I was here last night, really tired, like writing the book stuff about like the ancient poets and the philosophers and stuff. And that was like the first time I ever done that, like ever. And now that I'm filming a video, being truthful, present, in the moment, with like no shoes on, just completely bare, completely free. And it's the exact same time without me even realizing. That's like God clearly telling me I'm on the right path, like I'm aligned, right? Because yesterday I did something like just naturally, out of like just childlike wonder, innocence, and love. And then he divinely aligns me to the same exact time, 24 hours later, doing the same thing. Now, what do we talk about God already saying? That once is like he's showing you something, twice is like him locking it in, right? In the Bible, if he shows you something twice, that means it's true, it's aligned, this is your path, right? Just like when two butterflies flew on me, or when I seen the wedding the other day, the two weddings, right, in a row, clearly a premonition of my near future wedding with the scientist girl that I'm really attracted to. So, my mother, don't throw the stone like that, you're gonna break the window. Why can't I talk to you? What have you smoked today? Have you taken LSD today? When are you starting your new job? All of these are questions out of fear, control, and just like slight manipulation. All of them, based on how she believes the world is. She is so just, not just her, not just my mother, right? Everyone around me now, which is fine because I understand, but she's afraid of my light. She's like, she's wondering, how can someone be so free, so just alone and happy without something that I can't label, right? I need to label something. He's on drugs. I need to label something. He's doing something really weird and illegal. Like, no, I'm just aligned with God. I don't I don't need anything when I give myself to him. He shows me everything. He gives me everything I need and want. But the thing is, I don't just believe because I say, oh, I believe. I actually believe. I actually believe because I spent my whole day today just walking around nature. The entire day. Like, I went to the gym for like an hour. As soon as I got home, I go back outside. I charge my phone and stuff. I go back outside, just walking, just wherever I want, wherever, like, I see a butterfly somewhere flying, I go follow the butterfly. If I see a bunny somewhere hopping, I follow the bunny, right? And I'm just like talking to myself in the phone. I'm writing my thoughts down. Why did I look at that bunny? What is God trying to show me by showing me that bunny right there and it's leading me somewhere? Is he going to show me something when me going around this corner and I see this like dog coming towards me? What is that dog? Hey, I'm going to smile at this owner and I'm going to ask, what is that dog breed, please, sir? And the guy tells me, right, as I'm walking through the boating lake, that's like, I've actually forgot the name, but it has like webbed feet and it like their fur is like really woolly and looks like a doodle dog. And they were like naturally made to be duck hunters, but then they became truffle hunters because they banned them from hunting ducks. And then I researched about that dog. And it's like, he's known for like his freedom and how like, well, actually, I completely forgot because I was doing this research in the morning. But like the dog like really resonated with me, like something that I'm living right now in my current life. That was God, right? But it's like such a deep like. You have to be so aligned, you have to be so present to know and understand even the little things. See, like a little things like you walking around the corner and a dog coming near you, that dog, by the breed it is and the history, will have something to do with your life and what you're going through right now and how you're feeling. And that dog is like free and it was like trained and it's just like, it's a real shame I can't remember the exact dog and like what they're known for, but either way you get the gist, right? So I just walked around all day listening to Electric Love by the Bournes, because you know God is my lightning in a bottle and he just shocks me with electric love. But that's why I can't be around my parents, and I won't be until they become whole within themselves. I'll be honest, with my dad, it's fine. I'll probably go on walks with him sometimes. I'll go riding my bike with him sometimes because he's not worried about me. He's not going to try and fix me. He doesn't want to put anything on me. He just likes being around me because he likes my energy. He trusts me. We can sometimes talk about history or something. I mean, we don't have a lot in common because he's a very different person to me. But I like talking to him about history, about world news sometimes, you know, like we go on about like Trump sometimes and like Putin and like the gulags and like history and like World War II and like the Jews. He's very intelligent about history. He likes history. So that's like one of the only things we get along, and we can play chess sometimes as well. That's pretty good. That was always our thing. We don't have to speak. We don't have to speak. That was always with me and my dad. We don't have to speak, but we enjoy each other's company, our presence, right? We go on motorbike rides. We don't speak. We play chess. We don't speak. We do things because we don't want to change each other. We just enjoy being around each other, right? That's one of the few things I gained from him. I like being in nature. I like looking at the water. He does that, you know, he likes being alone. He likes thinking for himself. It's just, the only reason he's not fully like me is because he grew up in a home where he couldn't express love freely, right? Like what I'm doing now. Because he didn't have the luxury of, yeah, he could have learned himself, but back then life was a lot different. You know, they grew up in the Soviet Union, right? So it means like life was very different there. There was like police everywhere, right? I mean, you could do the littlest thing on the street, right? And the police will grab you and beat you up, like in the middle of the street, and they're like, just like, they're always watching you, right? I mean, imagine living like that. They lived hard as fuck. Sorry for the language. But like, imagine that, right? Imagine me walking down the road, eating ice cream with like no shoes on, and the police are like, "Where's your shoes?" This is what they would do. It's like, "Where's your shoes?" I say like, "Oh, I didn't feel like grabbing them." It's like, "Oh, what? Are you homeless?" And then they'll just start beating me, and then they'll leave it just for no, because I don't have a house and I'm homeless. They'll beat me. This is what they lived through, right? So no wonder they carry pain within them so much, like the old generations. But surely after a while, like, yes, it was hard, but you know within yourself that you didn't like all that sadness inside you, so you give it to God. You don't hold it on anymore, right? You let it all out. You cry out to him in the woods, "Please take this pain from me. I don't want to feel like this anymore. I just want to live in love, in happiness, in truth. I don't want to feel like this anymore. Please, I'd rather die. I'd rather die." And he takes it away from you. He flushes your eyes he wipes it clean, right? He takes the soul, he takes the pain away, all the guilt, all the shame, all the sadness, and everything will be looking like new around you. I lived in the same town. I lived in this town for years, and it's like, I'm walking the same streets I've always walked, and everything looks like it's brand new. The trees look like they've just been planted. The road, the gravel looks cleaner, shinier. Everything's more vibrant. The trees are so alive. She likes me. She's a scientist, right? She goes to university. She's like the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. She likes me. It's like, it's just all God's love. But most of all, just feeling like a child again. You must become like little children if you want to join heaven, right? You must become like little children to see heaven. The kingdom of heaven is within you, within me. I and the Father are one. I and the Father are one. The kingdom of heaven is within you. So, I and the Father are one. These are quotes from the Bible. The kingdom of heaven is within you. Do you see what I mean? In you, I and the Father are one. So, keep faith. You're like lightning in a bottle. You go down to the garden. All I need is to be struck by your electric love. Whoa, baby, your electric love.